Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to all. I would like to present my group members PLC project, and our topic is utilizing TuneIN via Radio Garden to improve listening skill. Our PLC method is teachers sharing session, and I'm Amiza Hazni binti Mohd Radzi, presenting on behalf of my group members, Mr. Afriezul, Madam Noor Afidah and Madam Hanitah. Firstly, I would like to share the main issue that we have managed to identify. We noticed that there were a large number of students who were unable to perform very well in the listening assessments in semester 1. It was due to students' lack of exposure to standard spoken language live or broadcast on both familiar and unfamiliar topics as stated in the curriculum specs English WE023. We decided to focus on the listening skill due to the unsatisfactory students' performance in listening task 1 in semester 1. As for the purpose of conducting this PLC project, we would like to facilitate our students to understand the native speakers of English and thus improve their listening skill through the use of TuneIN listening activity. We would like to enhance our students' understanding of the standard spoken language live or broadcast via Radio Garden website that suits the theme, which is digital ecosystem. And we also would like to explore the possible strategy to help students to improve their listening skill. As for the implementation, our objectives are, firstly, to enable students to understand the standard spoken language live or broadcast. Next, to facilitate students to understand and follow the standard speech on abstract and complex topic, especially if the accent is unfamiliar. Next, to enable students to acquire one of the sub-skills in listening, which is identifying a variety of idiomatic expressions and colloquialisms, and finally, to help our students to improve their performance in the listening assessments. Alright, the collaborative tool chosen is Teachers Sharing Session. We decided to choose Teachers Sharing Session and to use Show, Tell, Share sharing type to inform how we utilize TuneIN listening activity with our own students. It was also a good platform for us to present our teaching method and our findings in a formal and serious situation. And it also helped us to be more focused and to be on the right track as we progress in our PLC report writing process. Next, I would like to share the strategy in implementing TuneIN listening activity via Radio Garden. Firstly, students are given a link to Radio Garden website via their class WhatsApp groups. Alright, they have to listen to Radio Garden using their mobile phones. They have to select radio stations in the countries of the native speakers. And as they are listening, they have to listen to the DJs or the advertisements or talk shows and jot down notes in terms of phrases, words, pronunciations and intonations to make sure that they are listening with a purpose. And then after that, they have to post comments in the class WhatsApp group. And then they are asked to answer a survey based on their experience in using Radio Garden website. And then they complete a listening exercise taken from the British Council website. And then they sit for listening task 1. As for the implementation, our target group, we have chosen 88 students selected from our group respective tutorial groups. And then the students were in accounting and science courses. Right, as for data collection, two types of instruments were utilized. The first one is the survey questions on the students' perceptions of Radio Garden via Google Form. And the next instrument is listening task 1 questions in semester 2. After the target group were exposed to TuneIN listening activity, they set for listening task 1. The test scores were compared with the test scores in listening task 1 in the previous semester. Alright, this is the Gantt chart of the implementation of TuneIn listening activity. Alright, the group members were allowed to choose whether to implement TuneIn listening activity either in January or February, as long as our students have a few weeks of experience listening to Radio Garden. After that, they have to complete listening exercise, and after that, they have to sit for listening task 1. Alright, now, this is how Radio Garden website look like on the mobile phone. Students can navigate on their own by touching their fingers on the green dots to select any radio channel they want to listen to in the countries of the native speakers of English. As you can see, the green dots here are the radio channels that are available in the United States of America, and the ones in the circle are the radio channels available in Baltimore, USA. Okay, students used their mobile phones to listen to Radio Garden website as they were taking part in TuneIn listening activity. They listened to Radio Garden for 2 to 3 weeks, 30 minutes per session. Alright, after listening to Radio Garden, the students were required to post their personal comments in class WhatsApp groups based on the content that they had listened to, such as words, phrases, pronunciations, and intonations. And in their WhatsApp comments, they have to indicate the countries, the city, and also the radio stations, as well as their notes. Alright, now this is an example of a toolkit that we have chosen. This is a toolkit for teachers sharing session 1, right? To record each teacher's sharing session, a toolkit was used, and the toolkit for each session was included in our PLC report writing. Altogether, there were 4 teachers sharing sessions were conducted among us, the group members, and 1 teacher's sharing session was conducted at the English unit level. Alright, now we would like to share our findings. We always believe that the ability to understand the spoken English used by the native speakers of English is the first hierarchy in understanding English better. Therefore, utilizing TuneIn listening activity via Radio Garden website is an effective strategy to help the students to understand the spoken English better. The objectives of TuneIn listening activity are, of course, interrelated to the skills that are essential to perform well in the listening assessments in semester 2, and these objectives were successfully achieved as the students managed to improve their listening skill and perform well in the assessments after they have been exposed to TuneIn listening activity. Alright, now we would like to share the interpretation of findings based on the listening test scores. These are the scores and the mean of listening task 1 in semester 1 and listening task 1 in semester 2. As you can see in the table, the mean score for listening task 1 in semester 2 was higher compared to listening task 1 in semester 1. In the listening task 1 in semester 2, the mean score was 8.67, whereas the mean score in listening task 1 in semester 1 was only 6.30. Based on these findings, it was evident that the students' listening skill had improved after they had taken part in TuneIn listening activity. These findings supported our main goal, which is to use TuneIn as a listening activity to expose our students to world Englishes so that they can improve their listening skill and thus improve their performance in the listening assessment. Alright, next we would like to share the findings based on the survey. Skills students believe they can improve the most by listening to native speakers of English on Radio Garden. Alright, based on this finding, nearly half of the respondents, 47.7%, believe that the skill they could improve the most by listening to Radio Garden or native speakers of English on Radio Garden was their listening skill. So, to sum up, based on the findings, both the test scores and the survey, indeed, TuneIn listening activity had a positive impact on students' performance. Alright, we would like to share the impact on the process of teaching and learning. TuneIn listening activity had a positive impact on the students' listening skill, and thus this activity could help the students to improve their performance in their listening assessments. TuneIn listening activity also has a very positive impact on the process of teaching and learning, as there is a concrete evidence to show that TuneIn activity managed to help the students to improve their listening skill. Therefore, TuneIN listening activity is a high impact and high skill innovative teaching strategy. We also believe that we would like to suggest TuneIN listening activity to be implemented in other English classes and the group members would like, and all of us would like to suggest other lecturers at the English language unit and also lecturers in other colleges to utilize TuneIN listening activity in their classrooms as well, and investigate if this activity can also assist students to improve in other skills as well. Alright, as for the added value or benefits to the organization, which is Perlis Matriculation College, our college, and also BMKPM, we believe that TuneIN activity is an effective listening activity that can help students to improve their listening skill and perform better in the listening assessments. These findings will surely benefit the college and BMKPM because the high performance of the students in the continuous assessment is being emphasized over and over again by the college and by the Matriculation division. Due to COVID-19, digital learning has played a very significant role in Malaysia. Recently, Director General of Education, Dr. Habibah binti Abdul Rahim, had made a very important announcement regarding the new digital platform in Malaysia known as DILEMA. Digital ecosystem in education is the new normal in Malaysia, and the combination of both conventional classrooms and digital learning will also be fully implemented at the matriculation level in the next academic session. On that note, thank you. And these are the pictures of the teacher sharing session that we managed to conduct. Thank you very much.